Work hard, hustle hard. That's what it takes to make it in today's society. But I'll tell you what, in the midst of the hustling and the bustling and the making it happen, you cannot overlook and forget the yearnings of your passion. Ooh, it sounds quite delicious, doesn't it? No. Get your mind back. Focus. I'm talking about that thing inside you that only you can do and do so well. And our next guest is a woman who defines herself as an authorpreneur. She has a way with words, and this is probably going to be the funnest conversation you've watched in a long time. Let's live out loud with authorpreneur Annemarie Musawale next. Hello and welcome to Sheila Lives Out Loud. Thank you so much for finding this channel. My name is Sheila Moniga. Please click subscribe and hit notifications so you never miss an upload every Monday. And we are living out loud at Sai Suites Apartment Hotel. Luxury redefined. It's an absolutely incredible place. You can stay, you can have your meetings here. You come out and swim in the pool. Can you do that? No? Well, that's okay, because they've got a trainer who's going to teach you how to swim. I mean, they've got it all together. So pop in and enjoy. It could be your home away from home. And joining me for a conversation on a novel idea is Annemarie. Hello, Annemarie. How much energy do I have?
Enough energy, yeah.
It's
considering,
enough
yeah,
to power up a small town.
yes, or a village, yeah.
Really, village? I mean, with all this fabulosity, you've taken me back to
listen,
Shanks.
a town has KPLC, a village has only you.
Okay, she sets the tone for the rest of this conversation. It's going to be fun and it's going to be great. Thank you so much for making the time to be here.
Thank you for inviting me.
And thank you for responding. Now, your idea of stories and the stories that you write,
Yeah.
they're not Peter and Jane stories.
No, they're not.
And before
Fun with Dick and Jane, they're not.
no, that's not what they are. But before we get to what you do,
Yeah.
let's go back to being Annemarie and deciding I'm going to be a novelist. Because there aren't too many that I know in Kenya. I know writers, but people who officially call themselves novelists, well, that is another ballgame, Miss Madam.
Yeah.
So when did you know that this was what you were going to do?
Well, that kind of implies that there was a day or a minute that I woke up and said, hey, no, it wasn't like that at all. No.
I mean, I was ready to take notes.
I've been writing stories since I was in nursery school.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a family thing, I think.
Okay.
We all have little artistic, creative things that we do. And I just thought that's how people are. Like, people write stories.
No.
Yeah.
No,
like,
people don't even want to write letters or texts anymore. It's just too much. That's why we have emojis.
Yeah.
Where are you going to fit in 20 years?
the concept of a story
Yeah.
changes, but stories are always going to be there. However,
That's true.
whatever manner of thing that they take, right? So the thing which made me finish my first novel was Rihanna. Believe it or not.
This I want to hear. Settled, comfortable.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Yeah, take notes.
Order the wine. Go
yeah.
ahead, girl. Listening.
So in 2012, Rihanna was doing like 20 things. It's like she did not sleep, you know. She's doing an album, she's doing a fashion line, she's doing this, she's doing that.
Right.
And I'm like, this girl, if she can do this, right? I'm here. At the time, my day job was academic writing. And I had this idea for a story in my head. But I had ideas over the years, which I start writing, but I never finish. So that year, I think it was an Instagram post, Rihanna said, you know, people used to slag on her a lot at that time. They were not agreeing with her lifestyle. So she was like, you guys, you're all about telling me what to do, and we all have the same 24 hours. I was like, yes, we do.
Right. So how she chooses.
And if she can do all that in 24 hours, surely can write a book.
Yeah, just one
And
tiny
finish
little
it.
book. Yes.
So I started to write, and the story was just like
It came
flowing out of me. It flowed out of me. Like
Right.
I could do 20,000 words in one night.
You're joking.
So I work, I do my story
Yeah.
till 5 a.m. in the morning, go wake up my kid, take him to the bus stop to go to school. And I sleep for 4 hours. So after I finished the book, I was like, wow, I can't believe this. So I sent it to my cousin, who was a doctor, to edit it for me.
Okay.
Like I told you, in our family, we just all do little creative things.
I just love that the family that bonds together, reads together, creates together, proofreads together.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
So she took her time and she proofread it and she edited it.
Yeah.
And she's like, good
Thumbs
job. So I sent it to Kwani because they were having a Kwani manuscript project at the time. And I sent it to them and they're like, yes, thank you. We shall get back to you in 6 months.
Uh-huh.
So while I was waiting for them to get back to me in 6 months, I decided to write a prequel to that story which I had sent to them. Because, two characters were just like jumping. We need our own story. We need our own story. Yeah. So I'm like, fine, shut up.
Okay, let's
I'm
do
writing.
this.
Yeah. So I wrote that and I sent it around to a few publishers. And one got back to me like, we love your story. It's original. We've never read anything like this before.
Yeah.
We want to publish it.
Wow. And where was the publisher from?
Here.
Uh-huh.
So I was like, okay, so I can really write. It's not just in my head.
No. No, I could have told you that, but
So I gave them the book, and my sister is a lawyer, so she read the contract. It was fairly standard. I signed it.
Right.
So they published the book. The book was called at the time Between Death and Heaven. Right now it's called In the Shadow of the Sticks. Okay. And it's about this couple who were poisoned. They died. So between the time that they died and they realized they were dead, they're like, okay, so what happens next? Where's our Grim Reaper? Where's the angel?
Here? Exactly.
God, where are you?
Yeah, that is such a phenomenal concept and idea.
Yeah.
It's also very dark, Mama.
Yeah, it's very dark. I know. I'm a dark person, I think. My ideas are just like,
girl. Those are the conversations that we also have on this side of the divide way before we even get there. So I suppose when we cross over, those are probably going to be questions we all ask.
Yeah.
But go on with the book.
There was a little snafu in them moving on because apparently they were not ready. The afterlife told them they're not ready, and nobody could tell them why.
They even made it to that stage.
Yeah. Why you're not ready, but they met some other ghosts who had also been hanging around for a while.
Right.
And it was a whole thing. Anyway, so I won't spoil the ending.
No, I want the manuscript. I want everything. But wow.
So it's called In the Shadow of the Sticks.
And this is the prequel to
the other book, which is called Child of Destiny.
Okay.
So they published it, and then the publisher traveled abroad, and they kind of disappeared.
Oh no.
Yeah. So by the time Child of Destiny, I got a reply from Kwani. They said, your book was shortlisted in the top 100 manuscripts, but it's not what we are looking for. Mm-hmm. Which I couldn't really blame them, because it's not really, it's not typical. It's not a typical African writer book.
Right.
So the fact that he got that far, really,
you
I was
were
surprised.
happy for that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't expect that, because it has dark themes, NC-17.
Right.
Yeah.
Chick. Well, in listening to you speak about it, I also think to myself that in defining what's African today is a generation that's more exposed, is a generation that's thinking in light with global trends, with global issues. So
You would think so.
I hope that going forward with Kwani especially, it's not just about the river between.
Yes.
It's not just about things fall apart.
Yeah.
To be African, to write an African story. Look what
There's so
what
many
Madam
stories.
Chimamanda did. It was a story set in America. You know, and it had Starbucks, it had a woman dating very rich, well, let me not continue and spoil the book for people who haven't read it, but in defining what's an African story, yours is also an African story. It comes from an African mind.
Person, yes. So anyway, I couldn't blame them because my book was also based in Louisiana. And so it had several like there was some erotica, I guess. I guess it was erotica. It wasn't meant to be.
Okay, like Africans just don't do erotic things, right?
Yes. So anyway,
I so love talking to you. You have no idea. Where's the wine? Anyway.
Yes, where is it?
It's coming.
It's coming, right?
Yeah.
So, I took the book back, and the publisher had said she gets first refusal for the second book. But she had kind of like, she was not even giving me any information about the first book.
Yeah.
So I wasn't too sure about this whole arrangement.
What's going on,
Yes. So the contract said if I don't get any accounting in a stretch of after 1 year, then I can take back the rights to my book.
Yeah.
So I just kept quiet and waited until
a year was over.
Yes, then I said I want my book back. So she gave it back to me, and I decided to just take my power back and publish it myself.
On your own, self-publish,
Yes. So that's what I did, and one book followed another and another. Another series is 5 books. And then I have 2 books set in Kenya. One is a post-apocalyptic gay African romance.
Wow. Honey, you have crossed over to another side of the divide.
Yes.
Oh, dear Lord. I wonder if Kwani is going to pick up this book at the rate we are going.
I really doubt it. I really doubt anyone is... Like, I remember I posted it in a Kenyan book club.
Yeah.
And they're like, there are gay people in this book.
Because, again, there are no gay people in Kenya, right?
Yeah, you know? So that actually, when I started writing it, it was because I had been reading a lot of fan fiction.
Yeah.
And fan fiction has a lot of like M/M couples.
Yeah, yeah.
So I was like, all these white people in this. It's like, black people don't... So I was like,
Annemarie,
why can't I write one where the black people, you know? Because I know gay people. I
know them too.
Yeah.
So, you know, just to know that how community society today has this perception about what is and what is not African.
Exactly. And it's not true. It's not true. There have been gay people. There have been words for gay people in various African languages.
That's true. That's true.
So that means that they knew that this exists in African context.
Yeah.
So my what do you call them? My protagonists. One was a rugby player. And I was like, it doesn't get more manly than rugby players.
That's true. And they're always associated with just being alpha males.
Alpha male, male
all
toxicity,
the women
everything,
Shortly, they could also be all the males the men want.
Exactly. Why not? So yeah, that's what happened.
Right.
Yeah.
And so this is all still self-published.
Yes.
Okay. And where can we find your books? Because, you know, you're writing up a storm. And believe you me, there are people who are going to watch this and will be online trying to find the books. Where are they?
They're everywhere that ebooks are sold. They're on Amazon, books, Barnes and Noble, even iTunes. Basically, just look for my name, Annemarie Musawale, on Amazon.
And
Amazon
your
books.
will
And
show
all
up.
my books will show up
Okay.
on the page.
They will show up. And I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're also going to put those links on my social media pages. So for those who are looking for the books, they can actually actively pursue, find,
Yes.
download, and make you a little money.
Yes, that
Yeah.
would be nice.
Now, speaking about money, is there money to be made in being a writer in Kenya today?
I can't speak for writers in Kenya, but I can speak for myself.
Yeah.
Of all the books that I've sold,
Yeah.
I think very few have been bought by Kenyans, and I highly suspect the Kenyans who bought my books are like my sister.
Okay, so what is it about your sister? I'm curious.
My sister, my big sister,
Yeah.
she supports me. She buys my books. She buys for her personal assistant, her friends.
She buys for everybody.
Yeah.
So basically, the people who buy your book are people who know
know
you,
me,
and so
right.
they're supporting you.
Yes,
Okay.
but
I think we need to make sure you know more people.
yeah,
Know people. No, and by
yeah,
today.
yeah. But mostly, according to the demographics, what do you
Because
call
they
those
break
things?
down, you know,
Yes.
they always give you the accounts at the end of the year, maybe
Yeah,
a quarter.
yeah.
Yeah.
Americans, Germans,
Mm-hmm.
which is weird.
No, it's not. Germans are such avid readers. I
Really?
know just
and
the
they
other-
read in English and
Yeah, they read in pretty much many languages.
yeah.
I mean, the other day, you know, we're told it's either Chokora or German.
Yes.
So, hello.
Yeah.
Do not knock down the German.
Yeah, you better learn some German.
Yeah, bitte.
So yeah, so Germans and then Barbados, Ukraine.
Yeah.
It's like
That's so
strange
weird.
corners of the world,
But
you know.
here's the
And then
thing.
Russians,
Eh?
and that really what Russians really?
Oh my God.
Yeah. It's like okay, I don't understand
But they're reading.
what is the commonality? I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they're reading. Yeah.
Wow, this is so interesting because you're writing from here.
Yeah.
But it's the world that's responding and picking up. But I
Yes.
will tell you something, and do not be discouraged. Because I think what happens with the Kenyan situation is for anybody to break it, to make it, to really move over and light up the sky.
Yeah.
We're always the last ones to join in and say, oh, you know where to yes.
Yeah, it's
We're
true.
always last to
It's
the
true.
party. And
It's
maybe
true.
that's our nature, but that doesn't mean we don't like, yeah? It's just
We like other people to validate.
Yes, the success
things.
first
Yeah.
before we come in there and say
Yeah.
this is success.
Yeah.
Yet it should be the other way around. We should be
Yeah.
saying success, and then the world says indeed
Yeah.
success. But it's fine because you are not going to stop writing, are you?
No, I'm not, because I'm not writing to become, I mean, obviously, I would like to become J.K. Rowling, obviously. But that's a 30-year dream, maybe. But for today, I just want to write stories that might change one person's, you know, if just one person's mind
Yeah.
is changed. If someone reads In Search of Paradise and looks around them and thinks differently
Yeah.
about homosexuality, I've made an impact on this earth.
Yeah.
You know?
You've done your job. And ultimately that's really what this life is about.
Yes.
You've done your job. You came in, you lived, you loved, and you left your mark.
Yes.
And those books are going to stay forever.
Yeah. I mean, it's a form of immortality,
Yes, it is.
because you put your soul in that work, and then your soul lives on when your
Right.
body has gone.
But
I mean, also children,
yes, and
but
children,
also
but
books.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
completely. I'm with you on that one.
Yeah.
But I want to look at the future for you, and knowing that you've already put out so many different books. What are you working on now, and what themes are you addressing, or what themes would you like to address going forward?
Well, right now I'm working on the 5th edition of the Child of Destiny series,
Yeah.
written from the point of view of the baby.
Right.
Because I thought that would be, I mean, I've never seen it done before. I don't know, maybe it has been, but I just wanted to see what would happen, right? And then next, I was thinking the other day
Yeah.
that I need to write a romance, like a regency sort of thing, but with Africans.
Yeah. Like go back to the Kabakas, for
Yeah,
instance.
yeah, and see.
Royalty, like, I don't know, a Wanguma Kerry.
Yeah.
The untold story.
Yeah.
And,
give him a love interest and make it realistic.
Yeah.
But, make Africans see themselves in the context of loving relationships.
Yeah. It's, you just mentioned something about, especially with your last episode, the last part of your books, and you said a story from the point of view of a child. I remember, I think it was last year, there's this book I got. It was actually 2 years ago, The Book Thief. I can't remember the author's name, but it's the journey of, it's a story told from a very young child.
Yeah.
All the way up until old age, and all the things this girl has experienced living through Nazi Germany, and here she is at the end.
Yeah.
And I would so love to read a book that captures that African child experience. And African child experience isn't about having everything. I mean, God bless you if you lived, in affluent Nairobi or wherever you lived. But I would love to read a story of an African child who went through 844. What did they think about going through those things?
Yeah.
Going to a boarding school.
Yeah.
Just having that story told from the perspective of an African child, being punished by your parents, not knowing if you're wondering how you're going to run away from home because you broke everything in the house and your parents are coming
Or
back.
you forgot your sweater in school.
That was my brother. I just remember one time we were supposed to go home. And he said, I'm not going home. And I said, why? So I'm not going home.
Yeah.
Like, now how do I go home
huge.
and tell my mom he protested the sweater, so he's never coming back home? I mean,
he's gone. He's gone.
He's
Forget
gone.
him.
Just have another son now.
Forget him. Who needs him? Let's just
So
have
please
one
write
child.
that book. I think it would be the most fantastic giggle out loud book. But whatever you choose to write, Annemarie, you've got such a beautiful personality and heart.
Really?
Yeah, I'm onto the books, believe me. I am onto those books. But words of advice for anybody who's just watched this interview and is thinking, I am going to write. Here's my beret. Let's go.
Right. People are always looking for this special thing, this special circumstance that's going to get them to sit down in front of a laptop or a notebook and write. There's no secret thing that's going to happen. There's no bell that's going to ring. Sit down, write one word after the other. Mm-hmm. They don't have to be good words. They don't have to be great words. Finish the story. Once you finish the story, you can polish it, you can discard it and say, this is...
Yeah, I don't like it anymore.
This is hooey, I'm starting again. But once you finished a story, then you know you can finish a story, You know you've done it, so you can do it. And so you can do it again.
I love it. Just do that thing that
whatever
you
it
think
is.
about in the back of your head, and we're all hanging on to what if, maybes, perhaps is. Get into it.
Waiting for
they
that
are.
bell to ring.
Yeah.
There's no bell. It's not ringing.
Yeah. Once you've got a novel idea, go
Do
for
it.
And with that, we come to the end of this conversation with Annemarie. Thank you again. The doors remain open. We are going to post those links on all my social media sites. Please keep writing. Don't stop writing. And may God open all these wonderful doors and opportunities, and may more readers read, especially in this season, so that when she gets her accounts, she's seeing.
She's just like yes.
Yeah, she's seeing, not sowing, to see to sow. So she'll be sowing, which is past participle tense presenting. Of she will see that Kenyans are also actively reading her books.
Yes.
Thank you so much for catching up with us in this episode. Please share this story with somebody and drop us a comment at the bottom of the comment section. It's been great hanging out with you at Sai Suites Apartment Hotel, luxury defined. Until next week, in all things that you do, live out loud. Bye for now. That was a very, where's the wine?
Yeah, and how many times have you said that today? You must be like exhausted from
I
repeating
will
it.
certainly be ready for the wine, that's for sure.